All right, I'm back to answer another question. Someone wanted to know, why am I hungry in the morning while I'm on keto and doing intermittent fasting? I have done another video on this, but sometimes it's hard to find, so I'm just going to create a video on this topic and just cover all the different pieces of this puzzle. There's really three reasons why you are hungry in the morning if you're doing keto and intermittent fasting. And the first one involves a hormone called cortisol. So about 8 o'clock in the morning, and this could actually happen at 6 o'clock in the morning up to 10. So during that period of time, what happens, you have a spike in cortisol. Cortisol, or another name for cortisol, is glucocorticoids because it affects glucose. One of the functions of cortisol, which is made by your adrenals, is to release glucose from your stored sugar, glycogen. Now, in the morning, if it's going to release sugar from your liver, you're going to get a little spike of sugar, and then your insulin's going to come in and bring your sugar down. So when it comes down, you're going to be hungry. Now, I want to just differentiate between being hungry and having hypoglycemia. If you're hungry and you still feel fine, you still are strong, you're not moody, you're not dizzy, then just ignore this symptom and just push through it, because it's only going to last maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and it's going to go away. Now, the correct indication of when you should start eating after fasting is when you're truly hungry and you're feeling weak or irritable and dizzy. I mean, you should definitely eat. You don't want to push through that. But if it's some slight stomach hunger or grumbling in your stomach, just ignore that, push through that. That's usually temporary. And usually this hunger in the morning usually occurs in the very beginning stages of doing ketosis and intermittent fasting. All right, number two, and this is very common. The reason why you're hungry in the morning is what you ate the day before, especially if it's the night before. Now, two things. Either you ate too many carbs the night before, or you had some snacks either right before bed or sometime in the middle of the day. And it could have been some healthy snacks, but you're spiking insulin because you ate. So both of those actions will spike insulin to some degree and then create a situation where your blood sugars come down, and you're mainly going to feel it the next day, either in cravings for carbs or being hungry. And this definitely can occur when you consume wine the night before. So just realize that it's not that it's not working. You just have to push through this and be more consistent today. So tomorrow, the cravings go away. The biggest indication to know that you're doing this correctly is that you have no more hunger and you're not craving anything. So that's like a very important thing. All right, let's go to number three. This is simply you haven't done the program long enough. Sometimes it takes 3 days to really get into ketosis. Sometimes it's 5. And for some people, it could be several weeks before you really, truly adapt and get into ketosis, and your body is very efficient at burning fat. A couple things you can do to make this transition more smooth is to increase more fat at the meal, increase apple cider vinegar in water before the meal, 1 tablespoon in water before each meal, and to increase your veggies so you get more potassium and magnesium and fiber. All three of those things will help stabilize your blood sugars so your hunger goes away. But the most important thing you need to know is that you don't want to eat unless you're hungry. So if you're not hungry in the morning, even though it might be a habit to eat, skip it and go as long as you can. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto and Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.